So, as I got older, I started to explore and talk to people and da-da-da-da. And then this book came into my life. Jubilee by Margaret Walker Alexander. This whole light skin is better than dark skin thing started back in slavery when there were field niggas and there was house niggas. House niggas normally were the lighter complected ones, the ones that look more cleaner, they usually were the children. When the father goes and sleep with the slaves and, make these little mixed babies, those little babies usually are brought into the house and become the house niggas because they were light complected. And this started a clash between the light-skinned black people and the dark-skinned black people, where the light-skinned black people thought that they were better. And the dark-skinned black people were like, you're not better than us, you're a nigga too. Blah, 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 blah. And it made this whole big old thing that still affects us now. This book, the main character, her name is Veri. And she was the slave master's daughter. I'm not going to tell y'all the whole book. But this is based on a true story. Margaret Walker Veri is Margaret Walker's Alexander great-great-grandmother. And the story was passed down to her. And she told the story in this book. One of the interesting key points, two of them, that I'm going to share. One is that I didn't realize, I didn't think about, because they feed you this whole slave mentality. They feed you so many things about what happened in slavery, when logically in my mind, I know that by certain circumstances in our current society, everybody's reasoning for doing certain things are, whether bad or good, are different. His father, the slave master, said, "You have you a good Christian white wife. That's what you're supposed to have. A good Christian virgin white wife. You guys basically, you have sex sometimes, but you usually only have sex with her to procreate and have babies, to have children, da-da-da-da-da-da. Any of the nasty, trifling, gutter bucket, gross stuff that you want to do, what you do is don't do that to your wife. Do that to your slaves. So pick you one of your favorite slaves and all the nasty, gross, sowing your royal oats, you do that to her." Okay? So, if you think about that, that's a whole different dynamic. That puts a whole different dynamic of why people was doing what they were doing. If this was passed down that, hey, how you treat black women and how you treat white women, the whole mentality is totally different. And I can see how we are where we are now in American society. Anyway, he did that, and he had his slave girl that he was raping and molesting and doing what he needed to do, and they had a baby. Her name was Veri, and she was the main character in this book. The story talks about how he wouldn't get rid of Veri because it was his daughter. She looked just like him, except she was biracial. She looked just like his real white daughter. Not his real, she was his real too, but his regular white daughter, she looked just like her because they had the same father and they both looked like their daddies. So the whole story is about how she was mistreated because she was the house nigga. Because she was so close to the white people, she was mistreated more because she was so close to them. The mistress hung her up in a closet when she was younger, at 8 years old. Hung her up in the closet by her hands, like this. would beat her. All kinds of anything she did wrong, they would beat her. This gave me a total different perspective. It made sense. Not saying that the slave people didn't, the field slaves didn't have a hard time. Not saying that. Because the house niggas were so close to the white people, they had to be exposed to some unfair treatment as well. I think it starts from your mother, your father, your parents instilling in you those values to appreciate all colors, all everything. And stop making it when you and stop making the divide. Stop perpetuating the divide. Anyway, this is a very deep topic, and I have so much to say about it, but the video is already too long. So, comment, share your thoughts, and tell me what you think. This is your girl Diamond. Have a good day.